Every once in a while, an idea so stupid comes down the pike that it becomes irresistible as a social contagion, and the latest fly by night trend that people swear is the future. So, just a few years ago, when you were hearing about NFTs as the future of art, your gut should have been telling you this is moronic. These people hyping this are either scammers or caught up in the hype themselves, and you would have been correct. Everywhere you turned, NFT this, NFT that, blockchain, people making millions off random digital drawings and random pics and clips. Should I make my art into NFTs, you may have thought. Well, now 2020 is in our hindsight and the bottom fell out. NFTs are effectively worthless. Hey, y'all, it's your good buddy Justin at Leopard Stripe. And if I could have gotten in on that grift, I wish I would have. If you hearken all the way back to 2019, how old were you? The buzz around crypto was hitting a fever pitch. Bitcoin, Ethereum. I do wish I would have gotten in on those in the 2010s, but the blockchain promised this one-of-a-kind digital collectible. The idea was pretty simple. You could own a piece of digital art, music, even a tweet, and the blockchain proved it was yours. So NFTs are non-fungible tokens. They were endorsed by celebrities. Basic drawings like the Bored Ape Yacht Club, if you heard of that one, were selling for millions. The first NFT that ever sold at Christie's, just a collage by Michael Winkelmann, sold for over $69 million. Insane. There was a lot of FOMO. Tech bros were hyping it up like a gold rush, but important about the famous 1849 gold rush, just about the only person who actually got wealthy was Levi Strauss, because everyone digging needed pants, but relatively few actually found gold. The get-rich-quick scheme was only rich in scheminess and quickness. So what happened here? For starters, the value of NFTs is purely speculative. Your Fortnite piñata could have been worth more than new NFTs. Unlike traditional art, which has a physical, tangible presence in historical context, most NFTs were just basic JPEGs or GIFs. Their value came from hype, not scarcity. When the crypto market stalled in 2022, so did the NFT prices. Some dropped 90% or more. Second, this tech wasn't quite as revolutionary as Build. Owning an NFT usually meant owning a link to a file, not the file itself. And those links could break when the server went offline. Imagine paying $100,000 for a digital ape only to find the image gone because the hosting platform went down. This happened, and it happened a lot. But really think about that for a second. You have a JPEG that you see as yours because you paid for it, and everyone else has access to same as you. It's the ultimate digital cuckery. Made no sense. Third, the environmental aspect amidst climate change fanaticism was a PR disaster. Minting NFTs on Ethereum used massive amounts of energy, equivalent to small countries. And let's not forget the exclusivity problem here. NFTs were marketed as democratizing art, but only the wealthy could actually afford the top tier projects, and gas fees on Ethereum made even small transactions priced out for the average Joe. By 2023, trading volumes were down 97% from their peak. The market was flooded with low quality NFTs, and the hype couldn't sustain itself. But the flaws weren't the only issue. NFTs also attracted some pretty shady activity. Because they're digital, global, and largely unregulated, NFTs were a magnet for money laundering. And here's how it worked, basically. Someone with illicit funds could buy an NFT, often from themselves even, or a partner at an inflated price. For example, they'd create an NFT, sell it for $500,000 in crypto, and now that money looks legitimate because it's tied to an art sale. It's called wash trading, and studies estimate up to 70% of NFT trades had these signs in it. It's not uncommon in traditional art, but the Wild West nature of crypto and NFTs, it was over the top. The blockchain's transparency, ironically, didn't help with this. While transitions were public, wallets are effectively anonymous, so linking them to real people is tough without serious investigation. Plus, NFT marketplaces had weak oversight compared to banks. Criminals could move millions through a single NFT sale, and regulators were slow to catch up. It's reported that $1.7 billion in suspicious crypto transactions were linked to NFTs in 2022 alone. Scams as far as the eye could see. The most common was the old rug pull. And here's how that went. A team would hype a new NFT, promising exclusive perks like access to events or future airdrops. They'd sell thousands of NFTs, rake in millions, then just disappear, leaving the buyers with worthless tokens. One famous case was Frosties, a cartoon ice cream NFT project that raised $1.2 million before the creator just vanished overnight. Then there were the old pump and dump schemes. Influencers would hype a project, drive up the prices, then sell their own NFTs at peak, leaving latecomers with nothing. Faked giveaways, hacked Discord servers, phishing scams. These all trick people, giving away their crypto and private keys. Anyone could mint an NFT, slap a cool image on it, and call it the next big thing. And because most buyers didn't really understand the tech, they were easy targets. By 2022, scams had cost NFT buyers billions, and trust in the space had pretty much shattered. I remember I would get messages all over the place of people telling me they could help me make my art into NFTs. Then you have to pay this gas fees. And from an artist perspective, it all came across as pretty scammy. So the demise of the NFT, like the fall of Rome or the start of World War I, for example, wasn't just one little thing. It was a mix, unsustainable hype, flawed tech, an environment ripe for crime and scams. The dream of digital ownership was exciting, and naive artists, desperate to get in on the new grift or the next big thing, the reality couldn't live up to the promises. Today, NFT market is a shadow of its former self, though some artists out there still use the tech in little niche ways in hopes it'll get a new revival. Hype can spawn simps and blind us to obvious red flags, and new tech isn't always as revolutionary as it seemed at first. But what do you think out there? Were NFTs a scam from Jump Street, or did they have the potential and just got kind of derailed over time? Drop your thoughts and comments in the comment section. And if you want more art-related videos, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and until next time, get some sun, touch some grass, and find the art in everything.